Gutter Trash is a proud member of the Comics Podcast Network.
A group of superheroes band together to fight threats bigger than any one of them can handle. Like income from action figure sales, creative control over the comic books based on their lives, and of course, where to score some weed. It's an action-packed romp in this tongue-in-cheek look at the lives of heroes in The Experts. Hello! Welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 88. The Experts. My name is Eric.
My name is Jason.
It's a Monday.
It is a Monday.
It's late. It's pleasant out.
It is nice.
Yeah?
Comparatively. Oh, man.
Compared to 2 days ago.
Man.
Compared to apparently tomorrow.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to summer being over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just another few months.
Fucking damn it.
I know. I want to live somewhere frostier.
Frostier?
Yeah. Like, where it's frosty more often and for longer periods of time.
Canada.
Canada would be good.
Alaska?
Not so much Alaska. I don't know of any cool comic shops in Alaska.
I'm sure there's maybe a couple in, one of the big cities there.
Are there big cities there?
Juneau?
Yeah.
The capital?
There's got to be something.
Something.
I've never heard of any of that.
Well, we've also never been.
Well, I know, but I've heard of Toronto comic shops before I ever went to Toronto. They're legendary.
Well, you also live in the state that's directly below Toronto.
Not directly. Well, maybe. Maybe thereabouts, as the crow flies.
And also, Alaska's kind of secluded from everything.
That's kind of cool, too.
Well, I'm just saying that's probably why you haven't heard of it.
I mean, that might actually be a draw, though, because it's like living in your own little kingdom.
Right. And also, I'm gonna just go out and assume that every state, I would even go far as every city has, the one comic shop that everybody talks about.
Possible. Yeah. All the bigger cities.
Yeah. Here in Dayton, it's Bookery.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. They have 3 different ads in the new Overstreet price guide that came out this week.
Nice.
Which I'm so glad that price guide came out.
Okay.
Because people have been asking about it for months. It's 2 months late. It was supposed to be out in May.
Really?
And we're...
Okay.
Oh.
No. I got nothing but bewilderment.
Really?
Yeah.
And we've been running off of a 2-year-old price guide because we keep selling our most recent store copies to, appease these people.
Right.
And by these people, I mean the nerds.
Right. These must be the super-duper hardcore nerds if they're buying the price guide.
The $30 annual price guide, yeah. Yeah, the ones that, they're usually a bit older, the guys in the 40s, 50s, maybe even 60s, that have, large collections that do shows.
Still holding on to their black-bagged Superman number 75s.
Oh, they're going to say Black Kiss number 1.
No. That's not a collectible. It's got penises in it.
That's true. And the JJ. I can't remember. I saw it when I was a kid.
Spoiler.
No.
Nope.
Really? Oh, is it one of those Forrest Whitaker kind of things?
Kinda.
With the main character has a weird eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hate those things. I'll read it though. Those kind of dudes, the ones that do they travel to Detroit or Louisville every weekend to do the show or whatever.
Man, my brother, I don't know if he still does it. I'm gonna guess not, but he was kind of one of those guys.
He has a weird eye.
No, the collector.
Oh, those guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So did he have like Golden Age comics?
Not Golden Age, but like he was definitely into the variant covers.
Oh, okay.
All the tricks.
Yeah,
basically.
the Lady Death scratch and sniff polymer,
Kinda,
indestructible
yeah.
autographed covers.
Number ones and stuff like that. Yeah. This was at least 6-7 years ago. So.
It's pretty awesome. We had one of these today. Every so often, I'd say like every 2-3 months, we have a guy come in who, it's like he teleported here from 1992.
Right.
And he has this box of comics. And he's like, I've got some books to sell you. And like he really thinks he's got like a pile of gold.
Right.
And he comes in and seriously, like the guy today, he had like Youngblood #1s, Deathmate. He had Spawn, like the first 4 issues of Spawn.
Wow.
He was like, I want to hold on to my pits because I heard they're bringing that back. That's what he said. Like, because that's going to be worth a lot of money. And I mean, and like that happens all like I said, every couple months or so, and you're like, wow, like they really think that like it wasn't a hobby to them where like they didn't read it, they didn't like enjoy it. It was an investment, and they think they've got just like gold, like diamonds and pearls.
Right.
No, sir. Well, I looked through his entire long box of comics, and I was like, there's like 4 books in here that we could give you a total of $9 for. And like that's it. And it was like,
and what books were those?
Excuse me. It was a run of Contest of Champions by Marvel, the first big
From, like, the 80s?
crossover. It's like early 80s, maybe even late 70s.
Is that a Chris Claremont?
I want to say no, but it might be. It might be.
That's the one where like all the heroes are like in a boxing match or something like that.
Yeah. It's like the first like time they ever put all the heroes together, like before Secret Wars, before Civil War.
Obviously.
Yeah, it was
Civil War happened, like 2 years ago.
Yeah, just recently. Well, the fictional one. Yeah, the real one was before Contest of Champions, but. No, it's so old. It was before the North and the South. They're still divided. You can only find newsstand copies from the North because there were no newsstands in the South at the time.
Right.
They couldn't read.
Well, the South, exactly.
Yeah. But he had those, and he had like 2 issues of Amazing Spider-Man that had Venom drawn by Eric Larson.
Wow.
Number 346, I believe, and 347.
I used to own those.
Yeah. Those are good. They're good.
Yeah.
I like the Eric Larson Venom.
I do too. Well, I mean, to a point. I like the Eric Larson Venom in as much that he hated the character, and I shared that hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he sort of like took it over the top. Like he had fun.
Oh, yeah.
It seemed like he had more fun with it than your McFarlane did.
He gave it the tongue so that he could make it interesting for himself.
Tangent real quick. Did you ever see John Vermiglia? I think he did some stuff in maybe that Kramer's Ergot we reviewed. He did a covered of Venom Lethal Protector #1.
Yes.
That's pretty crazy.
That is one of my favorite covered covers.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, check it out. Covered blog. blogspot.
Geek crap.
And what else? Oh, he had a Wolverine #4 Frank Miller miniseries. But it was really beat up, so I only gave him $2 for it. Yeah, that was the highlights of his collection.
Wow.
And he traded it for Magic cards. It's all about Magic now, I swear.
A little piece of my soul just kind of broke off and died there.
Yeah, Eric Larson and Frank Miller comics being traded away for Lord of the Undead and Eternal Witness.
But at least he kept those Pit comics.
Yeah, well, those are going to be gold.
And you know what? I say that as a guy who 6 months ago was looking for Pit comics.
Yeah.
I mean,
like the original Image stuff.
like Image and like
Full Bleed.
Self-published. Yeah. Found quite a few of them for like $0.25 pop.
At Mavericks?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I found a handful that for free at Mavericks.
Oh, see, even better. Even better.
I like a Dale Keaton.
Yeah, I think he's a good artist.
Yeah.
He has a definite look, like, especially now, like, when his stuff has that weird chiseled painted look.
Yeah.
It just looks creepy. Like when he draws monsters and vampires or whatnot.
Yeah.
I guess vampires are in the monster category.
Well, they're monsters.
Yeah. But you know what I'm talking about? Like, if you look at the first couple issues of Pitt, they just look like they were drawn and colored in, like, normal comic. But now his stuff, like his darkness covers, they look kind of like... They almost look like sculptures. They have this weird look to them.
I think he's gotten a lot into pencil rendering. Like his pencils are super, super tight, and they're like really detailed and shaded well. And so I think that's probably where it comes from.
Makes sense. He's a fine artist.
He is indeed slow as hell.
He's not like I don't personally like love him. Like it's not a style that I'm like really into.
Right.
But I respect him. I think he's great at it.
Yeah, I think he's a fuck of a lot better than Dave Finch.
Dave Finch is the best artist on the market, hands down. No, I do like David Finch, but he's not in my top like 100. You know, I think he's good.
Are you going to get the Batman comic that he is going to be writing and drawing?
Ooh, I might. I have a box of, like, I don't have a whole lot of comics anymore, but I have one comic box that's nothing but Batman comics. And, like, whenever they do something odd or fun or just different, I usually buy it and put it in there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even read it, but not until...
Not real.
No. Yeah, not real.
You gonna check out Grant Morrison's new Batman book?
A new one?
Yeah.
After Return of Bruce Wayne?
Yeah. He's leaving Batman and Robin, and he's starting a new one called Batman Inc.
Really?
Yeah. It's a team-up book. Batman and Batman.
Like Bruce Wayne and...
Bruce Wayne and a bunch of other guys.
Okay.
Dressed as Batman.
I'll definitely read that. I need to catch up on Batman and Robin. I've only read the first 3.
Yeah, you're a little behind.
Yeah.
He's leaving, I think, issue 16 is his last.
What are they on, like 12 now?
13, I believe, just came out.
Okay, I'll have to catch up.
Cam Stewart, I believe, is rounding out that series.
Oh, cool. I love Cam Stewart.
Apparently, a new Sea Guy. The final Sea Guy
Nice.
is in the works. Cam Stewart again.
Nice.
Grant Morrison and Jeff Johns working on a book.
Really? Co-writing?
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Jeff Johns, but I am a huge fan of Grant Morrison. Kinda gotta
I've only read
weigh my options.
the Thing Freak Show miniseries. That's the only Jeff Johns I think I've ever read.
Right.
I thought it was good.
I mean, he's done some good stuff, but like not enough that I'm yeah, Jeff Johns, and just
Right.
run around town with my pants off and jerking it to the Green Lantern.
Right. Yeah. You reserve that for Keith Giffen or Frank Miller or
Right,
Jeff
right.
Darrow. Yeah. The heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Motorboat.
San Diego Comic-Con just wrapped up.
Wrapped
That's
up.
where I got all this fantastic news.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of interesting things coming out of there.
Only one injury that we know of.
Yeah. Somebody got stabbed in the eye. What are you gonna do?
It's bound to happen.
Yeah. I'll just reiterate something that I think every other comic blog that I read this story on said. Surprised it never happened sooner.
Yeah. I mean, I could see getting pissed off if someone stole your seat and you're waiting on a panel, but
Right.
I mean, was it a purpose? Did they ever find out? Was it like a purposeful stabbing, or did he just like move his hand and next? I mean, because that could happen.
They haven't said yet. It wasn't like, a deep penetration or anything like that. It was more like he had a pen. I guess he maybe just kind of lunged at him and scratched his eye.
So it wasn't like he buried it to the eraser.
Right, yeah. But
Maybe he was like, "Want to see a magic trick?" 'Cause,
nerds.
yeah, exactly.
But no, I think what it was I guess the deal is like where they have like their major like Hollywood related panels. in like the biggest, room that they have there at the convention center. And they pretty much allow, like if you go first thing in the morning to like wait for a seat for, a panel that's going to happen at like 9 o'clock at night, like, they totally allow that.
Wow.
And so, like, basically there are people who just sort of camp out in there all day just waiting for, like, the one panel to show up.
Wow.
And so, I guess...
How do they eat and pee?
I don't know.
That sucks.
Nerds.
Yeah. They have jars and, like, granola bars.
Or just all over themselves.
Yeah, they wear the Huggies.
Right. And then, so yeah, this guy managed to finally get into the hall, but couldn't find a seat, and scuffled with this guy, and
that sucks.
Yeah.
That just sucks. I'll have to ask Jeremy about that if you
saw it.
Yeah.
Or if he was the guy. Yeah.
If he comes back with an eye patch on, I just won't say anything. I'll assume he just ate at Long John Silver's for lunch.
Right.
I won't bring it up unless he does.
They released some footage for the Goon movie, which looks really awesome.
I still need to see that.
We'll check that out during the break.
Yeah, there we go. Something.
And they announced the official lineup for the Avengers movie, with Mark Ruffalo as the new Bruce Banner, Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye, and then everyone else that's already been in a movie. Or in an upcoming movie.
Yeah. Have they announced Jarvis?
Jarvis is already a character.
Was he in the movie?
He was in Iron Man. Both of them.
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
The Butler?
Uh-huh.
Where? Who? What? When? In Iron Man?
Both of them. Yeah.
Huh. I don't remember. Was he at Tony Stark's place or something?
Uh-huh.
Gosh. Yeah.
Talked to him in the armor all the time.
Was he in a Butler uniform?
No.
Okay, well, there's why it threw me. Did they call him Jarvis?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't remember it. Well. Was that Mickey Rourke? Was that Mickey?
No.
Don Cheadle?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, that's cool. At least Jarvis is in the movie.
Maybe.
You would think so if they've got him in the...
We'll see.
If they peppered him through the Iron Man films.
Yeah. But they had some props up from the various movies. Thor's helmet, Odin's helmet, Loki's helmet, Captain America's shield on display.
Nice.
Odin's throne, the Destroyer armor,
Sweet.
which is Thor villain, and the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Did they have the entire Rainbow Bridge at San Diego? That was the floor for the entire convention. That'd be awesome. I lost my keys. I can't look at the floor. Yeah, so is Thanos in the movies, or
I don't know,
or just like the Gauntlet and?
Who knows?
That's
we don't
cool.
know. And apparently, even though they've only been filming for like a week, they showed footage of the Captain America movie, and the Cosmic Cube is in it.
Isn't that from G.I. Joe?
No,
that's the
Cosmic
Pyramid of Darkness. That's what I'm thinking of. Pyramid.
Cosmic Cube is Marvel Yonder.
I know. Leisure suits and cool hair.
Jerry curls.
Yeah. I love white people with Jerry curls.
They should totally make a Beyonder a villain in the Avengers.
Well, you know...
Played by 1984 era Prince.
That'd be awesome. Maybe have him bulk up a bit. Lift some weights.
A little CGI.
Yeah, that's all I need. Yeah, just put him in a suit. Put him in one of those. What's the fat suit Meatloaf wore in Fight Club? It's made out of it was full of birdseed. I think.
I have no idea.
Yeah, they
You're
said
the one who watches the commentary every day.
Yeah. I just watched that once.
Every single conversation we've had for 2 weeks, you always reference, well, I was watching the Fight Club commentary, and they said this.
There was some good information. I was so excited. I literally waited like 8 years to see it because like 2 years after I watched it the last time, I was like, I'm gonna wait a while and read that book and then watch that movie, and then and that was like 8. Actually, it's been 9 years since I've seen the movie, and I was like, okay, finally, it's been a long time, so I read the book and then I watched the movie again, and I don't know, I can't tell which one I like better. Maybe the book because it's different, you know.
I think they're equal.
They're both great.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both amazing.
I mean, there's more in the book, but I think they're about equal as far as just entertainment level and just how good they are.
I mean, I don't want to be super cheesy and like, you know, say that movie changed my life or anything, but it made me you know, think about a few things a little differently, and it made me appreciate like filmmaking styles.
Right,
you know, like some of the camera work in that movie was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. Whatever happened to David Fincher, right?
I've liked everything I've seen by him, including the Madonna and Paula Abdul videos. And I'll see Facebook. I'll see it. I mean, just based on his past work.
Yeah, I'm done. I think I'm done with him until he proves otherwise.
But wouldn't that be like if Mike Mignola released a graphic novel and like all the ads you saw online looked horrible, but you were like, but it's Mike Mignola. I love Mike Mignola. I have to read it.
I do love Mike Mignola, and I would.
But don't you love David Fincher?
Not after Benjamin Button.
Oh, okay. I keep forgetting that you didn't like that. Did you even? I swear I thought you liked it on our show.
I think we talked about it, and I think I maybe had some positive things to say, but I think generally I just really did not enjoy it.
Kind of a snoozer for you.
It was a real snoozer, and I think the more and more I think about it, the more and more I dislike it.
Really? I fucking loved it.
I mean, again, it's Forrest Gump.
Yeah. It is. I mean, it is, but I like 7 is my favorite David Fincher movie, like hands down. It's not even close. And then I'd say Fight Club is just neck and neck above Benjamin Button for me. Like, I love Benjamin Button.
I gotta go Fight Club, then 7.
Fight Club, then 7. Wow, really?
Yeah. And I love 7.
No.
There.
Okay. Wow, so you really love Fight Club.
Yeah. And then Panic Room. Have yet to see Zodiac.
It was good. I'd say it's below Panic Room.
Alien 3.
Yeah, that's at the end for me.
And then Benjamin Button.
Wow. And then the Paula Abdul or just above Benjamin Button.
You know, I did have a huge crush on Paula Abdul.
She had some nice horse legs.
Yeah.
I'll tell it straight up. I mean, my legs are skinny, but opposites attract. That's what I'm saying. Oh man. So yeah, good movies.
Wow. Well, you are just an expert on Paula Abdul, aren't you?
Well, I try.
Hey, speaking of that,
Mm-hmm.
We're reviewing a comic called The Experts.
Oh, nice. Good segue. Good segue.
It was a horrible segue.
Well, the word experts was in both.
Yeah.
Experts by Ken Minter and Clarence Pruitt.
Yes, indeed.
Published by Near Mint Press.
Which is basically him.
It's Ken Mint.
Yeah.
Minter.
Alright. Okay. Here's the deal.
The deal.
The deal is that you know this person. Maybe not well.
We're a little bit friends, as Jim Skachalka would say.
You would, you've communicated with this man on numerous occasions. You've met in person at least once or twice.
Three, 4 times, maybe.
Yeah. He is, much like yourself, an independent comic book artist, cartoonist.
Yeah, this is not his day job. He has a real job. I think he's a teacher or something.
He does an autobiographical comic called I'm Not From Here.
Yeah, I think it's mostly a webcomic. Actually, no, he's not a teacher. He's a graphic designer at UK. That's what it is.
Okay.
Not Britain, but like Kentucky.
Right. University.
Yeah.
And I, for some reason, completely knew that.
Oh, really?
Like, as soon as you said UK, I'm like, oh, yeah, University of Kentucky. Blue Devils.
Go Devils! Awesome.
So, I think this begins and ends the grand experiment of let's review my friend's comics.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, we're not allowed to do that anymore?
I don't think so.
Does it put you in an awkward position?
Yes.
Okay.
Because, I'm just gonna be super honest about it. I did not like it at all.
Really? Not at all? No.
I mean, I have positive things to say about it.
Okay.
But the overall feeling is that I would not recommend this to anyone.
Okay.
No.
I'll come off. Well, before we start.
Well, let me follow that up with this disclaimer.
Okay.
We've been doing this for 80-some episodes, 88. Right?
Since August 08?
August 08. Almost 2 years now.
Almost.
If this were, a book by J.H. Williams and Greg Rucka, and I disliked it, then I would go off on it like I normally would.
Right.
And without fear of reprisal or anything like that, or
Right.
you losing a friendship or anything like that.
Did you know I was friends with J.H. Williams?
I did know that, and I'm a little upset that you haven't introduced us.
Well, we're on the same badminton team, and he just really doesn't like me to have
the shop talk.
Yeah, he doesn't want extras come tagging along.
Right. Understandable. But I think if we're gonna review anything, then it has to be completely 100% fair that I be a dick to everyone.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, that's me. This is the show. This is what we've been establishing for 2 years.
All right. Well,
you're the nice guy. I'm the loudmouth dick.
I've disliked some of the stuff we've.
Well, yeah, but I've called out David Heatley for being a Nazi racist, and I threatened to kick Marion Churchland in the womb. And
I thought you liked that.
The
Beast.
Right.
I thought you liked Beast.
It was okay.
Did you threaten to kick her in the womb, though?
Yes, I did.
On the show? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't even remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And that's a book I liked.
Yeah, okay. So wow. Oh, jeez, watch out, Ken. Here it comes. Yeah, because I think Ken listens. Like, I know he listened to the CD we gave him out.
Right.
I don't know if he still listens, or I'm pretty sure he'll probably listen to this one.
I'm sure he'll
I mean, he's turned it off by now because
I'm an ass. Right. And that's fine. And maybe he'll stick around to hear this part that, I'm sorry. I don't have anything against you personally, Ken. I just didn't enjoy your comic.
Right.
And despite your personal connection with Jason, I have to still review this as I would any other comic.
Right. You don't want to sugarcoat. You don't want to pussyfoot around.
Right. I don't want to sell out.
Well, let me say this too. On the other side of the coin, like you said, I've met him a few times. We're a little bit friends. We've emailed and talked. We've bought each other's comics a couple times. Therefore, you would think I have an obligation to pretend to like it more than I would.
Right.
But actually, I didn't. It's not one of my favorite things. It's not even my favorite thing that he's done. But I thought it was good, and it made me laugh, and I thought it was entertaining. But I'm not gonna pretend to say it was my favorite thing ever.
Right.
But I did enjoy it. I will honestly say that I really did enjoy it, and I would recommend it. But only if people like certain genres of books. I don't some of my friends. They like little things like I don't think Pat would like it. But I think but I think my friend Big Steve would like it, because he likes stuff that's a little funnier, a little more parody, whereas Pat, he likes stuff a little more serious, or just quirky, fucking bizarre, one or the other.
I mean, I'm gonna do my best to try to back up, my arguments here, so I'm not just being a rampaging dick.
Right? Oh yeah.
But and then again, I do have some positive things to say about it. I think the art is pretty good. Mm-hmm. Very Bruce Timm inspired.
I was going to say Bruce Timm, mixed with something else. Who does it remind me of? Not Darwin Cook. Maybe Little Darwin Cook. But yeah, Bruce Timm. I could see Bruce Timm. Yeah, because Ken writes and draws his own stuff. He puts illustrations online, and he draws.
I looked up his websites. He's got like 15 of them or something.
He's a pretty good artist.
He's a pretty good artist in his own right.
But it's a different style, though.
Very different style. He has other people draw his autobiographical comics sometimes, apparently.
Occasionally. And the styles are rapidly different. It's almost like a Harvey Pekar kind of thing. Like some of them are wispy, and some of them are like very illustrated, some very cartoony. Right.
And then I saw Clarence Pruitt, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Saw his website. That looks... he's got a lot of good stuff. Apparently he's a super pro.
Mm-hmm.
NFL super pro.
Oh, that was a great comic. Except for when they battled the Hopi Indians in number 6 and they had to recall it. But I have a copy because I worked at Mavericks.
Nice. I bet that's worth something.
Oh yeah. It's up there with Team Youngblood number 1 or Deathmate Yellow.
And I also enjoy his damn it, I can't remember the name of the blog now. But he's got another blog which has a lot of cheesecake pictures and pictures of chicks with hot asses.
Okay, yeah.
I enjoyed that a lot.
I like his Utah comic. Did you see that? His trip to Utah? That was pretty good. I like his art style. It almost reminds me, like some of his art reminds me of like Keith Giffen, like Trencher era Keith Giffen.
Yeah, kind of very blocky and dirty.
Very stylistic and dirty. Yeah, dirty is good. Dirty in a good way. Not dirty like my sucker fell on the floor of the bus.
Right.
And like you're like, fuck, my sucker's dirty.
Right.
But dirty like
Keith Giffen Trencher.
Like Keith Giffen Trencher, yeah. I wish I would have mentioned Keith Giffen Trencher earlier, then I wouldn't have had to make the whole sucker analogy. So, but you've already said what the story's about at the beginning of the show, right?
Right.
Okay. So we don't need to go over that, but...
No, but, it's... I think part of my big problem with this, and again, maybe this isn't fair, but like it's only been like 3 episodes since we did Superfuckers.
Oh, right.
Which is a superhero parody book, and this is a superhero parody book, and in my head, it's hard for me to not compare them.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
That's weird. I didn't even think of Superfuckers, but I did think of the Milligan Allred Ecstatic Sex Force run, because like there's sort of like like the superheroes have action figures of themselves, and they're changing costumes, and they have comic versions of themselves, and they're infighting and racist, and like it reminded me of like. Of that X-Force run, which is high praise from me because that's one of my favorite books ever.
That's a really good book. But this, I think, it just really falls flat. The tone of it, I don't understand what it is actually supposed to be. Is it indeed supposed to be a parody all the way through? Because at times it is not.
I think I was confused by that as well. I will admit that. Like at first, I was like, oh, this is more like just a fun romp. It's like a lighthearted kind of like whimsical take on superheroes and like an homage and that sort of thing. And then like somewhere in the middle, I was like, oh, it's a parody. Okay, like especially when.
Like, the different artist.
Yeah. Well, like when that took over and like every character was like amped up a bit, like the elastic, the black elastic guy, like his dialogue was like sort of, amped up a bit, and I was like, okay, they're kind of making fun of like these sort of things in comics, like how there's not archetypes, but like generalizations that are always in comics or whatever. But he's flipping through the book right now. He's flipping through.
Yeah, well, you mentioned how the elastic guy, how he was amped up, or at least his dialogue was amped up to be more stereotypical.
Yeah.
I disagree, because, like in, spoiler, the art changes drastically at one point. It's drawn by a different person. We find out that it's actually like the in-universe comic of these characters.
Right. But I mean, it's like more violent and more...
Yeah, it's like the authority version of these characters. Which, I can totally see that's what he's going for there. But, like, when we get back to the real world and the Elastic Guy is still around, he's actually even more cartoonish as a stereotype.
Maybe they were, maybe Ken's trying to make a social commentary about the literature and artwork that we read affects our lives. I don't know. Maybe.
And the thing is, like, there's another section with the what's his name?
The Delta
Pimp Man.
what's his name? Dr. Delta. Dr. Delta.
Pimpy Voodoo Pimp.
Voodoo Pimp. I like the Voodoo
Brother
Pimp.
Voodoo.
Brother, no, it's not Brother. Don't get him sued.
That's the Sorcerer Supreme now.
It's Dr. Delta.
Yeah. He, there's the section, like a good chunk of this book is, like, his origin.
Yeah.
Which, I didn't fully understand why focus on that and, like, kind of leave the other characters in the background.
I think this was meant to be a longer series.
When I got to the end of the book and I read, like, that, they basically just sort of stopped publishing it. I understood then that, it was meant to be, a longer thing. So then I understood that. But, like, while you're reading it, it kind of sticks out.
Well, I mean, it's a little heavier. Like, the other stuff's, like I said, a little more whimsical.
It's a little heavier. But at the same time, the stereotypes are ramped up to an annoying degree.
You mean, like, the dialogue?
The dialect.
Well, I always think, and, like, whenever I see, like, black characters written by a white person... it seems like their dialogue is a little more scrutinized in my brain.
Right.
Like, I'm like, is that something he's heard before? Like, it's like, is this how white people think black people talk? But then, whenever you see something like, like the Snoop Dogg movie Bones,
right.
like, it's written the same way.
Right.
And you're like, well, maybe it's hard to, to take any sort of fictional dialogue seriously when it's...
Well, to a point, but I mean, it's at the same time, like, well, with the Snoop Dogg and with my neighbors,
right? Yeah,
who behave as every terrible black stereotype that there is, and these are real human beings who live above me, sadly.
Right? Yeah.
So I guess maybe in my fiction I expect more, or I just don't. Like, I know the stereotype exists. But I think sometimes it's unnecessary in certain things.
Well, they even mentioned too, like that's part of why I think maybe it is all sort of supposed to be like, hey, this is what comics is. Comics are all stereotypical. Like, there's these situations and these archetypes. Like, maybe he is kind of like trying to amp it up because there's even that scene where let's see, what's his name? Mr. Elastic, he's in the limo and he's talking about the racist caricature of himself on the taffy, and like, he's even like, isn't this a bit, racist or whatever?
Right.
And like, maybe it is all like he's conscious of those things, is what I'm saying. Like, maybe he's trying to comment on how how comics do sort of inadvertently put in the sweet Christmas and shoot Iron Fist.
So the thing is, like, even that I don't enjoy.
Right.
I can't read an old Luke Cage comic for that exact same reason.
It like hurts your head. Yeah.
Right. And but to be fair, it's not just the black characters I'm talking about here. The Miss Frost or whatever her name is.
Oh yeah, the Russian, like the Russian dialect.
German, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I think it's German. I think you're right.
Yeah, I don't enjoy her dialect at all in this book, because it's incredibly hard to read, especially towards the end. Every time I saw that there was Z's and V's in place of real letters, I just skipped the dialogue. and that's a thing that's always bothered me, though, across every comic that I've ever read. Like Chris Claremont and his ham-fisted, Nightcrawler, Gambit, Colossus dialogue,
Have you ever read you've never read Cerebus at all, right?
No.
Because there's this series, like in the early, I don't know, like in the 20s or 30s or whatever, where basically Mick Jagger and Keith Richards are characters for a few issues, and like he writes everything phonetically, their dialogue, and it's like such thick accents, but like part of me like finds that kind of hard to read, but part of me thinks it's kind of fun because it's almost like it's like a game to figure out exactly what they're saying. It slows it down, but
yeah, I don't want to play games. I'm ready to bump.
All right.
And I'm a firm believer in that, like, if you can somehow reveal, like, that this character is German, then in my head I'm gonna supply the voice myself.
Right.
And maybe I'm insane, and maybe I'm the only person in the world that does that.
I think maybe the creators just have fun with that. They're like, oh, that'd be fun. We can, really, sell it by changing the spellings.
Right. And again, I think part of the problem is that the tone is so inconsistent that if he is truly doing this for parody purposes, the book doesn't follow through that this is parody.
Right.
Because again, like the Dr. Delta origin scene is kind of dark and twisted.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's some. There's some fucked up like Todd Solondz kind of stuff in there.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, that is kind of disjointed that way. I mean, like overall, I think the book has like more of a fun tone, just like almost like the Mystery Men-ish kind of, just like something weird.
I didn't like that either.
Well, see, yeah, okay, I like the Mystery Men.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the middle, it does kind of.
Superfuckers.
Well, yeah, this one doesn't go into the same realm as Superfucker. It gets dark though, and the only thing that I like. The only problem I really have with the middle part, with the Dr. Delta stuff, is like maybe I'm just not getting like so much time is spent on like his past, but there's still no origin as like why is he this living ghost?
Right.
Like I know he made a deal with the devil,
right?
But I don't remember like any sort of like
tie up, right?
Right.
That again is probably just a matter of the fact that they decided to stop publishing.
Right. Yeah. And
the thing is, like, they like, even when that portion of the story wraps up, it never fully goes back into the clear, this is parody thing, And, I mean, it gets lighter at the end.
Yeah.
But it's never, to me anyway, seemingly intentionally funny.
I mean, I think that it's like partial parody, but it's more just like an homage and a love of like because the Emerald Yeti is kind of like this quirky Silver Age character.
Right.
Like he's even like from the Silver Age. He's old,
right?
But yeah, I mean, it's not as biting and crazy as like if someone was doing just a straight superhero parody where they were just ripping on it. Well, it almost seems like they just want to tell a fun superhero story, but they figured they can put this twist on it and maybe kind of make fun of the genre while they're doing it.
Right. Well, then, it just really comes down then that other people have done it before and have done it better. And even at times have done it right under the noses of major publishers.
Right.
Keith Giffen doing the Justice League is equal amounts, parody and actual superhero comics.
Right. Or like The Tick or something.
Well, The Tick is straight up parody. I mean, but yeah, the Superfuckers, even Eric Larson with his Deadly Duo.
I never read Deadly Duo. I know what you're talking about.
Right.
I think it's in our quarter box.
Well worth it.
But this seems like one of those books that maybe if they had continued and like made like a full 6 issues, like somewhere along this second half, they would have found their tone and like
it could be. It very well could be. I definitely think that part of the problem is that that all became a revelation like as I got to the last page and read that this was intended to go on. But yeah, I definitely think that part of the problem is that it was aborted too soon, and
right.
you know, it definitely takes a while to sort of get into a rhythm, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, very easily that could be the problem. But as a standalone, you know, not knowing anything about it beforehand, you know, it just it was too inconsistent. Occasionally offensive, but at the same time, also, like,
something alluring.
oh no, because I'm honestly gonna just come out and say it. Like, if I saw this on the stands, I would not pick it up to look at it.
Right, just based on, like,
Yeah, I mean, the art is good, but it's not enough to get me to pick it up. I would just see it as another indie comic creator making fun of superheroes.
right.
Or indie comic creator can't sell superhero idea to major publisher, does it himself. You know, and either way, I don't want to read that.
No, I gotcha.
Either one of those. No, I was going to say, though, like, there's the dark and twisted stuff that happens in the middle. But at the same time, there's no curse words in it.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, if you're gonna go,
like there's the ampersands and
yeah, if you're gonna go one way, go all the way.
I see what you're saying. Like it almost like maybe that was like what they were having trouble because they really wanted this to be successful and sell it. Like I think this actually maybe went through Diamond too.
I think so. Yeah.
So I think maybe like with the inconsistencies, like you know, with like you said, the tone, like you know, from parody to serious, and from like dark, but also not showing the curse words. They weren't really sure who their audience was going to be,
Right.
and they were trying to maybe tailor it to an audience.
Could be, but I mean, it's just everything else about it is, you know, I mean, this is clearly not a book for kids.
Right. Well,
And they do say "God damn it," which is something that you can't even say on TV.
Right. I think I've heard that on TV.
Well, on like the TV you and I watch.
Well, I mean, maybe
but like
even
prime time, you know, the big four networks. No.
Okay. Yeah, you're probably right.
But you know, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna go so far as to have some Todd Solondz shit, as you mentioned,
Right.
you know, then you know, throw in a fuck or a shit,
Right.
you know, and totally make the adult audience
secures the tone.
right.
Well, I actually did enjoy it. I mean, it's got, you know, like you said, it's not perfect, but I mean,
Right.
for like a couple of dudes that have day jobs,
Right.
I'm impressed.
Well, I mean, I'll go ahead and lay this down. They fucking did it.
yeah,
And they're still doing it. They got other stuff that they're putting out.
Yeah.
You know, he's putting out his mini comic, you know, and they have something else. Can't remember the name of it, like Super something.
Super World.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty funny because before I even read this, I think that's the first thing I ever read by him was Super World, and there was like a couple of superheroes like your Batman and your Superman character, like talking to a psychiatrist about their relationship problems, and
Right.
it was pretty funny.
Right.
Like I think it hit the mark a little more than this one did.
Right. And that came after this.
I think it came after this, but I read it before. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah.
asking.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe they found, you know, the right balance then for that. I don't know.
Right.
I haven't read it, but yeah, maybe that's what it took. But again, it just comes down to the fact that, you know, they set their minds to it and they put it out.
Right.
They put out 3 issues of this thing. They've got a trade paperback. They've got other books that they're putting out. They're fucking doing it.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
that is always impressive.
Yeah.
And, you know, go for it. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what I wish I could do.
And you know, like,
So, mad respect for that.
and
Yo.
like and you know, like, and
Because
you,
now I'm Jesse Pinkman.
who is that the kid from
Breaking Bad.
Bring It Back?
I've been
Bring It
watching a lot of fucking Breaking Bad. Anyway.
It's fun though. Like I will say, like if you're into like sort of just all over the place action and like there's like witches and deals with the devil and like
And there's some interesting concepts. I like the idea of Ninja Witch with her old school witchy grandma who talks to her from the dead. You know,
right?
and-
No one else knows that.
right, yeah. And, but I don't know. It's just it didn't go far enough into the parody territory for me to enjoy that.
Right.
It went too far into the homage category where it just felt trite, and like, you know, it didn't go far enough into the offensive category for me to get any kind of charge out of it.
Right.
That's okay. Tone all over the place, and then it couldn't figure out how far to go with that.
Gotcha. So you think if they focused on one of those areas and like went with it?
Oh yeah, you take that fucking ball and you run.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you want to swear and have incest, spoilers, and
spoiler.
you know, all sorts of other vile shit. Fucking, you know, preacher that motherfucker,
Preacher.
and you go balls to the wall with it,
Right.
Or you know, you put on your comedy chops and you know, make it the funniest thing ever. And, you know, if you're going to keep it clean or you're going to make it a pure parody.
I think it's good advice. I mean, like, you know, figure out your audience and make sure you know exactly what story you want to tell.
Well, maybe that's the problem. Maybe they were too busy trying to, you know, guess about an audience, and they weren't doing maybe what they wanted to do.
Right.
I mean, obviously they wanted to do this, but
right.
You know, they didn't.
The direction that they were taking.
Maybe they second guessed themselves.
Right.
You know, like, you know, I don't know. Yeah, who knows?
I know what you're saying. I think it was overall fun and it was an enjoyable read, especially, you know, maybe for people who haven't read like the Keith Giffen Justice League, where that would be kind of a fresh concept. Yeah. You know, like a quirky take on superhero.
You know, that's also maybe part of my problem is that I have read so many other superhero parodies or homages or stuff that, you know, maybe it just didn't compare to some of the other stuff that, you know, I love, you know.
And it might be my penchant for for quote unquote slice of life, you know, like boring autobiographical stuff, because I love that stuff. Right. That's my favorite thing that he's doing is his I'm Not From Here.
Right.
I think that's really good. And I've actually reread those, and like, you know, I met him years ago, and that's the first thing I bought by him, and I reread it. So like, that's my favorite thing. But I think it's cool that he's trying, you know, all these different outlets. Yeah, like he's got fiction and fact.
You know, like you know me, I don't like autobiographical comics, you know, except for you know, Veggie Saturn, and I'm purely biased on that, and we should never review that because I may, you know, lose a friend in that. But
even if there's a graphic novel collection, we could review that.
But you know, and like you're working on a fiction thing right now, and I really enjoy seeing like Jeffrey Brown is you know, when he's putting out another Incredible Change Bots. You know, I love it when someone who's known for one thing does try to go out and do something else.
Right.
So, you know, I'm glad that he's just not writing graphic novels about lost girlfriends and stuff.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's cool to be diversified.
Right.
Yeah, okay, well, I think that's fair. I mean, I mean, like, you know, hopefully, I mean, like, you know, like, nobody listens to the show other than, like, 4 of our friends.
Right.
But, you know, hopefully,
but
if
again,
someone
like
sees it, they'll at least flip through it and like see if it's for them.
You know, hey, even negative review is still press. You know, I mean, but again, only like, you know, 5 of our friends listen. But like I said, though, I mean, you know, whether it's Kent Mittner who lives in Kentucky or whether it's Stanley who lives in Los Angeles, you know, if I don't like it, then I've got to be honest about that.
I respect that.
Yeah, and I totally play up my you know, dickishness on the show because, you know, I am also trying to entertain people while we're doing this, you know. So, you know, I don't think I was too harsh today.
Right. Yeah,
but you know, he's not.
No, it's.
He's not worthy of my David Heatley level of scathing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and you know,
because I can respect and admire what he's trying to do,
right?
And then, you know, again, he's doing it. You know?
Yeah, and like I said, I enjoyed it. I'll pass this along because I should say that too. He's one of only 2 artists who's actually have sent us a book to review. Is that right? Marion Henley and him?
She didn't personally send us the book. It was before we started doing the show. I was given a free copy to review.
Oh, okay.
And I never got around to it, so...
Okay. So no one has done it before Ken Minter.
Right,
He's
right.
the first person. Okay, so hats off to Ken Minter. I'll take my hat off, actually.
Okay.
He sent the book just for the review. Yeah. So,
and hey, if anyone else out there wants to send us free comics or movies and want us to review it, we will totally, as long as we don't know you.
If you want to hear why Eric hates it and why I don't, send it along.
Yeah, no more friends, man.
All right.
I know you wanted to do some of Carrie McNinch's books
right.
early on, and I was really kind of touchy about that, and so no more people you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Even if I become friends with somebody really famous and awesome, and like they give me something before it's out, wouldn't that be tempting?
Probably shouldn't.
Yeah, it's true.
Although I'd love to read it on my own and keep my opinions to myself.
I want to see a one shot about the Emerald Yeti and his how he came to be in here in this time in this era with these other characters. And why is the Naked Man called the Naked Man? He's never naked. I'm kind of curious.
He was naked once.
Well, yeah.
But, did he still have his mask on?
And his underwear, I believe.
Okay. Well, then
I don't think he had his mask on. Let me see. It's towards the beginning. He's making out with the lady with the German accent. I can't find it.
I want to see more Ninja Witch and Freedom Lass or whatever her name was. Because I love big
Free Mary
boobs.
Free Mary. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. There's
Very Lonely Man.
They both have their underwear on.
Alright. Yeah. Well, that makes sex inconvenient.
Well, but it makes it less messy.
Okay.
Less cleanup. Yeah. Less kids.
Then again, that's
less
another
disease.
Example of where they should have just gone with it.
And just showed him just
hardcore
ripping
penetration.
Her hair out. Yeah. Coming on a tramp stamp, that sort of thing.
Right.
Okay.
Fisting. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Everything.
Okay. Maybe in issue 4, if it comes out.
This is our request. Take a break?
Yeah.
All right. Let's watch The Goon.
Okay. Let's watch that. Watch that fucker. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Gutter Trash.
Are you sure about that?
I thought we were done. I just started to leave. I was like, all right. I was putting my chair away, and you're like, Well, that was an exceptionally long break.
It was.
We usually take about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
This time we took about 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, we had some stuff to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we didn't have to, but we wanted to.
Oh, we wanted to. I wanted to see the Goon trailer.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead trailer. We had
Stan Lee sitting on a throne.
Yeah. A real one.
Yeah.
Not just a toilet, friends.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Although he may have pissed himself on it.
Probably.
Yeah.
He is old.
And excited.
Yeah. To arrange our musical selections for this and the next episode.
The next previous episode.
Yeah. Giving away a little bit of a trade secret.
Buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. So how's it going?
It's going good. I just worked 6 days in a row, and I'm off tomorrow.
Exciting.
Yes. Just gonna do some drawing.
Nice.
Got it planned out. I gotta do some recycling. Gotta mow a lawn.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You're busy.
I'm a busy dude.
Yeah.
I like to keep it real.
Yeah.
Keep it in motion.
I gotta work. Gotta figure out how I'm gonna survive this week without caffeine.
Yeah. Confirmed caffeine
I'm
addict.
a little on the super poor side, and I'm not gonna be able to afford a coffee or a Mountain Dew at all until Thursday.
Really?
It's gonna be rough.
I've seen vagrants begging for change for coffee before.
I'm not a vagrant.
No, but you could put on that guise, maybe.
Yeah. It's just gonna take some time out of my day.
Right.
Yeah, again, have to work. So.
Right. Yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
It's a bum trip.
Yeah. At least I won't have a hangover the rest of the week, though.
Did you have a hangover today?
I had a hangover today. Yeah.
We drank a bit
We did drink a bit
on next episode.
on the next episode. Did not once feel drunk
Yeah.
at all.
That's a testimonial to old Dan Tucker.
Yeah. More like a complaint.
Yeah, you don't feel drunk, but you wake up with a hangover.
Right.
Old Dan Tucker.
See, I totally understand. Yeah, I could have drank a couple gallons of water last night before I went to bed. Hydrated myself, made sure that I wouldn't have a hangover.
Or falling asleep in a swimming pool.
Right. If I'm gonna have a hangover, I demand that I at least feel drunk.
The previous night.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Nope, felt fine.
It's too bad.
Yeah. Whole bottle.
Really?
I drank an entire bottle, with the exception of a shot that I gave to you and to someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our extra secret special guest.
Yes.
That's not a secret. What?
It's a secret until next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do we ever announce
Nope.
coming up next week?
Usually not.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we've only announced Pat because it's going to be his last hurrah for a while.
Yeah.
Sure. A big send-off to the C-Bus.
Yep. His parents are sending him to a convent.
Yep.
Is it 14 years?
Yeah.
16 years.
14.
No, till he's 14. 14 years until he's 16. That's what it is. No. He's 27 right now. I'm not sure. But yeah, but either way,
666.
he won't be fucking and he'll be reading the Bible. That's all we know.
Maybe he'll fuck himself with a crucifix.
Wow, that'd make a great movie from the 80s.
70s.
70s, okay.
Or was that the first one or the second
I'm sure it's in both.
one?
Tell
Why
me.
wouldn't it be? You gotta...
You're talking about Star Wars, right?
Right. You gotta take, what is your most famous bit in the first movie.
Oh.
It recreated in the sequel, but bigger.
Amp it up.
And better.
Yeah. Crucifix ass fucking.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, none of that. For Pat, he'll be at school in Columbus. And we wish him well, but we'll have
but we're going to have him on before he leaves, so look forward to that in the next couple of weeks. Yeah. But, we do have a guest on before that, which is a little weird in that they're so close together.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't like to have guests on.
Oh, you know how I like it.
I know you love it.
I like
but,
6
this
guests
is my
per
house.
6 guests per episode. That's my goal.
Yeah. But it's my house.
My house, my rules.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I'd prefer not to have any guests ever, honestly.
Really? Just me, all me, baby.
Just all you and me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. No, I feel you.
I like the guests, but I like it to be special.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. It's like you don't want to, if you pick a favorite meal and you don't want to have it every meal.
Right.
That way it's not special anymore. Okay.
I mean, people will just get tired of Joji if he was on every other episode.
But we take the brunt.
All right.
We're letting them be tired of us.
Right.
That way, they're excited to see the guests.
Exactly.
Yeah. They seem fresh and new. And
Yeah.
okay, I get it.
Yeah. It's like when Pat Francis shows up on Never Not Funny. I love Pat Francis. I think he's great. But it's every 4 episodes. That's a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he was on every episode, I'd probably get tired of him.
Wouldn't be as awesome.
Yeah.
I feel ya. I feel ya.
Alright, so good to see you. We're saying eye to eye again.
So every other episode, that's what we're going to start doing? Is that basically?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I love it. Love the idea. But yeah, the Walking Dead trailer looks good.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Goon trailer looks good.
Goon trailer looks awesome. The props from the Thor movie look pretty cool.
Yeah. I'll give them props. What up? It looks good.
Yeah. The Green Lantern could be awful. Could be good. Don't know yet. Gonna have to see something in motion.
Get your lotion, because I'm going to make it motion.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't make any sense.
Nope.
Was there something else? Seems like we watched one other thing.
Nope.
That was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Saw Captain America's shield.
A girl dressed like Princess Leia.
Girl just as Princess Leia.
Covered a
Slave
chain.
Leia, of course.
Well, yeah, that's if you're going to go. Yeah. They could do a mixture. I wouldn't mind if they did like the buns from the first film, but with the Slave Leia bikini.
Right.
That'd be cool.
But then
Maybe put her in indoor.
all the Star Wars nerds are just going to be pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's not the right continuity.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Why is she walking around in indoor with... Oh, gosh. And we saw the covered Incredible Changeabouts 2.
Yeah.
Looks good. I hadn't seen the cover before. I'd heard tale of it. And I read a page from
the legendary tale of the cover to Incredible Changeabouts.
Ah, yes. Gather round, children. Have some hard candy and snuggle in by the fire. No, but I did see an interior page on his blog.
Saw the poster for Grant Morrison's movie. Senatora or something like that. Yeah. I enjoyed me some Grant Morrison. I'm looking forward to anything that guy does.
Isn't he doing another movie? Because it seems like Dynamite's putting out a script book, like an illustrated script book.
Yeah, it was like some sort of Indian mythology kind of thing. Yeah, I think that was just something that he was working on that never made it all the way through or something like that.
So if fans love it, some studio might read about that.
Of course, they've been talking about doing a We 3 movie for forever.
That's true.
Joe the Barbarian has apparently been optioned as a movie, so, yeah. Of course, I would really love to see that Invisibles TV show eventually come to
That would be
service.
awesome. That would be so cool.
Skiddy-doo.
Skibbity-boo.
Speaking of television, saw the season premiere for Mad Men today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Season 5?
4. Yeah. That Don Draper. He's up to shenanigans.
What a nut. He's a real cut up.
I think, I don't know if I've said it on the show or not, but I know I've told you that the character of Don Draper, his wife, I think she is one of the most unlikable characters on any television show ever.
Even Carla from Cheers?
I love Carla from Cheers.
Well, I do too, but I mean, she seems unlikable.
Well, she's an angry, mean person, but in a lovable kind of way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Because she's cute and short.
Well, that, and, you gotta love the antics she gets up to, her and her sleazeball husband and all of her 20 kids.
Some of the one-liners she delivers to
Cliff and Norm. Yeah.
Okay.
She is a lovable, hateful character.
Yeah, that's true.
Betty Draper is a cunt. A world-class, ice-cold cunt. And every time the only character that comes close to this is Peggy Hill from King of the Hill. I wish people would punch those two characters.
Really? What's wrong with Peggy Hill?
She is a cunt.
I liked Peggy Hill.
Not as much as Betty Draper, though.
Right.
Betty Draper takes the cake. Most unlikable character in any television show ever.
Ooh, send us your pick. Most unlikable character from a TV show ever. I'd be interested to see some of those.
And, the season started, I was watching the show, everything was going great, and then they did the scene with Betty in it, and just immediately I was like, God damn it.
Oh.
I was really hoping she had been written out of the show.
Like she got a movie deal and...
Because, the spoilers, the character's divorced, and so, I just really, thought that,
Maybe she was moving on.
Right, yeah, but no, she's still part of the fucking show. God damn it.
You know what's weird about that show? Not just about that show. John Hamm, who plays Don Draper, he seems hilarious, like when he's on Saturday Night Live or when he's on, like, Never Not Funny. And then, everything I ever see him in, though, he's always cast in serious roles, like that movie The Town. It looks good.
Yeah.
Like, he looks good in that. He seems like he does a damn fine job in any role, but I would love to see a good comedy movie with John Hamm.
That'd be pretty awesome.
He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I think I would as well, and I definitely want to see him in more movies. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know that other than The Town, he's got another one coming out called Sucker Punch, which is something I'm pretty excited about.
Sounds like it could be funny.
It's not. It sounds like it's going to be kind of dark and twisted.
Okay.
It's by Zack Snyder, who did the Dawn of the Dead and Watchmen and
some other movie.
Yeah. But from what I can tell, it's about a girl who gets thrown in an insane asylum, and basically hallucinates this whole fantasy world, and John Hamm is a character in it.
Sucker Punch.
Yeah. Well, it's chicks with giant guns and swords. And,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. Interesting. I'll see it. I like John Hamm. He's one of those people I'd see just about anything.
I enjoy John Hamm, and other than 300, I've liked everything Zack Snyder's done so far.
I am with you on that 100%. Yeah. I was thinking you liked that movie.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah.
What a gigantic bore.
Very boring. Pretty to look at. Still shots from the movie would be awesome. Like I could flip through the art book for the movie.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. But that's neat.
I could read the comic. Comic is good.
Yeah, the comic's good.
Yeah. But man, you would really think that a movie about 300 guys fighting a gigantic army
I was just starting to say
would be a little more exciting than that movie.
Something with that much testosterone seems like it would be interesting.
Right.
Yeah. but it wasn't.
I'm glad we agree on that.
Yeah. Well, if my friend Zack Snyder made that movie, then we shouldn't review it, though.
No, it's true.
But I'm not friends with Zack Snyder.
No. Luckily, you and I, we don't have a lot of friends.
No, and very few of them overlap the ones that we do.
Yeah, and very few of them do things.
Mm-hmm. That's true. They're very lackadaisical, boring people that we hang out with.
Yeah.
And that's why we love them.
Right.
Actually, no, that's not true. All of our friends...
They're all doing something creative.
Something creative, yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. And, I know I made the rule we should never review any of our friends' stuff, and I really would wish we would stick to that.
Mm-hmm.
But, Kurt does, one here in Indiana, which is, one of my favorite mini comics that I've ever picked up at a small press show.
I hate that book.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
I'm just kidding.
And I think unofficially reviewing, something that I think we wholeheartedly would recommend is fine.
Oh, just mention it.
Yeah, Pat's got a new book out. Fucking Pat's awesome. Let's sell that fucker for him.
Yeah.
Even though only Pat's listening, but I'm sure he'd buy his own.
Yeah,
book.
he'd buy a copy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, Brian John Mitchell, he's got a whole catalog of shit to buy.
Oh my gosh, he's the Jack Kirby of postage stamp sized comics. Well, he doesn't draw most of them though. He's the Stan Lee.
He's the Stan Lee of it. Yeah.
Although, like I was telling you earlier, Stan Lee is somebody's putting on a book where Stan Lee tells you how to draw comics. I swear it's in the July previews. Look it up. It's ridiculous. Like, anything you want to know about inking and penciling and creating characters, Stan Lee will tell you. I'm like, what? Why? Is John Buscema going to whisper in his ear the whole time? I know.
Well, to be fair, Stan was an editor. He has to kind of know how to do things.
Yeah, but why would they pick him?
That's very true.
Yeah, I mean...
There's a million artists out there who are just as qualified as Stan Lee to tell people about things.
Like, if every artist... Like, if this was, like, you know, Stan, the last comic book creator, like, it was like, why the last man only every comic artist dropped dead?
Right,
like, he'd be like, I know how to do it, I'll tell you all, and that'd be great. Like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, other than, you know, every artist, everyone with a certain vocation dying all at once. But
I'm gonna say something that may be, I don't know, blasphemy of some sort, but I honestly don't think that Stan Lee should even be telling anybody how to write a comic.
Well, there's that. I mean, like, I think everything I've ever read by him is fun and I love it, but I don't think that makes him a good writer.
Right. He's an incredible salesman.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He is the carnival barker supreme.
Yeah. And, like, you know, I wasn't there. I don't know how much involvement Jack Kirby had, how much he had, like, what percentage in the creation.
Right.
But, you know, he did create, like, some of the most archetypal, amazing characters that have endured for, like, 50 years. But that may have been mostly Jack Kirby.
Allow me to go on a slightly off-topic rant, if I could.
Oh, please.
We saw that picture of Stan Lee sitting in Odin's throne at San Diego.
Yeah.
Which is awesome, and he probably pooped himself, and somebody had to clean it up. He's old, is what we're saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, you know, my whole thing about how a deep part of me knows that I should never read comments online about anything ever. And yet I always do.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a fucking sickness.
There's gotta be a cream.
Yeah. But someone posted on that picture a comment that oh, that's the wrong throne for Stan to be in. That should be Kirby's throne. Stan should get the throne of Latveria.
Funny.
Implying that
He's the evil Dr. Doom, right?
Yeah. And of course, you know, somebody called him out on just being an ass, and then somebody tried to defend that guy who was being an ass.
Right.
And I think the general consensus was no, that guy was just simply being an ass, you know, a Kirby versus Stan ass fuck.
Right.
You know, we don't know.
Yeah, we
truly don't.
And that's the wrong place for it.
Right,
Look,
yeah.
Here's Stan Lee having a good time.
Right.
Why shit on it?
Yeah, the guy is like 97 years old.
And he's having a blast.
Yeah, just let him do it.
Yeah.
He earned it.
He can't. I'm sure he doesn't even remember if he created those characters or not at this point. So why argue about it?
He probably barely remembers Kirby.
Yeah. I mean, he thinks he created Thor at this point, you know, and Norse mythology in general. Wow, that's bizarre.
Yeah.
There's a John Vermillion Venom drawing on your screensaver.
But, yeah, there was that, and then I saw another comment, which, again, I should not have fucking read. It was about announcing Mark Ruffalo is as the new Bruce Banner for the Avengers movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mark Ruffalo is a fine actor.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Zodiac, he was in The Brothers Bloom.
Oh, yeah, that's right, he was in Brothers Bloom.
Yeah. A fine actor. I think he's a suitable choice for Edward Norton, who honestly didn't do that great of a job in the first place.
As Bruce Banner?
As Bruce Banner.
I liked him.
Well, you liked him, but you're a slavish Edward Norton fanboy.
I love Edward Norton, yeah. But I thought he was good.
I thought that movie was mediocre at best.
Oh, I agree. I liked the first half an hour quite a bit. And then after that, it just went downhill.
So I think, Mark Ruffalo playing a filler character that's mostly just going to be a CGI monster for the rest of a 2-hour movie with 20 other actors. I think Mark Ruffalo is a fantastic choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so on the thread that I saw that they announced that some guy was like, what is the deal with Marvel always going around changing the ethnicities of the characters?
Wait a minute. Ed and Mark are both white dudes, right?
White dudes with dark hair? Yep.
Yeah.
But Mark Ruffalo is Italian-American. Edward Norton is Irish-American. Just like Bruce Banner should be. That's the way it should be.
That's true.
Don't go around changing the ethnicities of the characters just to suit your whims, Marvel. You can't have this white guy with dark hair replacing another white guy with dark hair.
That is kind of silly when you think about it.
It's super silly. Those fuckers are ruining the movies.
Yeah. That and Stan Lee.
Well, of course.
Yeah. If Jack Kirby was around, that shit wouldn't be happening. It would all be Irish Americans.
But seriously, I fucking saw that comment. For real?
That's pretty bad. But I mean, that's the internet. That's why it's there. Because people...
But like, I can understand if, like, they said, LL Cool J is going to be Bruce Banner in the next movie. I can see people throwing a fit. I wouldn't myself throw a fit about it. But I could see why fanboys would get their panties in a bunch about it.
Yeah. Right.
I can't see people actually getting upset
about Mark Ruffalo.
Right.
Yeah.
For being Italian.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because that's probably... the man is... They might not know this. An actor.
Yeah.
So, so basically, if he can do the accent and look the part...
Right.
Then it's going to sell the part.
And the thing is that, well, it's Bruce Banner. He has no accent.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, so, like, even if the guy was not even Italian-American...
Right.
If he just, was from whatever country and he looked white...
Right.
Then, yeah, he could do do the part. It doesn't matter what his bloodline is.
Yeah, who gives a fuck if
he's from Africa.
Yeah.
He's a white guy from Africa.
Right.
He can do it.
Leonardo DiCaprio is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy, but he's Italian. Mm. Do you think that would have been an issue?
Right, yeah.
Mostly just the fact that he'd been blonde.
Well.
It's not like he's not a Goomba type, Italian actor that you see, like, as background thug number 2.
Right, yeah.
With the broken nose and the slick back hair and the, hey, get out of here, kind of thing. He's like a really soft-spoken...
Yeah. And he's a...
actor.
Yeah.
He's a white guy with dark hair.
But see, like, the people that were happy with that choice and decision probably just sent that link to their friends and they were happy about it, and then like people that were unhappy about it posted stuff.
Right.
And that's what I hate about the internet. It's like because it seems like it drags you down because you read a bunch of that stuff and it seems like everybody hates it, but it's because the 90% of the people that saw that post and loved it they just didn't say anything at all. Right. That's what bothers me about that.
And then idiot me reads every fucking comment and this happens.
Yeah. Well,
I know I should stop. I really do. Just I can't.
We'll get you help. There's a program. Yeah. There's a program for all of us. Yeah. We'll call the crisis line. We'll call the crisis line.
Right.
My girlfriend will answer.
Right.
How awkward will that be?
Okay. Well, you know what will help me? Is if you pick that movie that we've already watched.
Pick the movie we watched. I'm trying to figure out which one I'm going to pick. Let's see, because I've got a couple in mind that we've watched already. No. Well, I am going to pick a movie called Doomsday Suppressed.
Oh! That's a good movie.
You've seen it.
I've recommended to you before.
Oh, that's right. We've both seen it.
Yeah.
In the future. Yeah, this is episode 88.
Yeah,
88 miles an hour.
Ooh.
Time travel.
Back. We should go back.
Back to school with Rodney Dangerfield?
Yes.
Let's watch it. That's what we're watching. I changed my mind. We'll have to re-record.
Alright. Do you think John can come back from DC?
Who? Who?
Josh?
I thought we weren't going to say. We're just going to be on this.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, we'll have him back.
I'm tired.
It is like the witching hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Do you know who directed?
Neil Marshall.
Wrote and directed. Check it out.
Yeah.
And let us know what you think, or watch it with us, because we'll spoil it, probably.
Well, we'll definitely spoil it. I think we did.
I can't remember if we do.
We probably do.
Yeah, we should
should go watch it anyway. comment on it when it comes out next week.
Please do.
Yeah. Because we like hearing from you. But you never write.
All of you.
All of you. Not just Brian.
Although he is our favorite.
He's our favorite because he writes every episode.
Yeah.
We need everyone to write in. Even if it's just say, hey, I'll listen to it.
And I hate it.
No, you don't even have to say that.
Okay.
Just tell us that you listened.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Just a quick note.
Yeah.
Say hi. I'm a lonely guy with low self-esteem. I'm pretty much ready to give up doing the show.
So yeah, write in. Let us know what you think. Includes kin. This includes kin.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, we respect your honesty. We as in the rest of the world. That aren't you. That's awesome. Travis Charest is amazing. Man. Fucking amazing. So yeah, okay, Doomsday.
Doomsday for...
Oh no, come on, let's end on a high. High five. We'll high five and then we'll listen to Black Wolf fight and then you'll go to bed and I'll go to the grocery. Life goes on. It starts with the high five.
Alright. Okay, so let's time this right here.
High five.
Gonna high five, we're gonna end it. We're gonna keep doing this.
Yeah?
I'm okay.
You're okay.
You're okay.
I'm okay.
We're all okay.
Yeah.
Would really like to hear our listeners tell us also that they at least listen. It'd be nice.
That's all.
It would really be
taking
nice.
part. They're taking part for good or bad.
We do this for us to have fun, but we also do it for you to have fun as well.
We hope you enjoy it.
We want you to enjoy it. We're going to keep doing this.
Okay, high five. High five your screen on 3.
Fuck yeah. All right. Wait, are we counting down or up?
Let's count up. I like it when I don't like the countdown.
Okay.
It feels too intimidating.
All right.
Like an Arby's commercial.
Okay, so, all right, high fiving in 1, 2, 3.
Gutter Trash can be downloaded at www.guttertrash.net, iTunes, Podcast Alley, and Feedburner. You can also find us at myspace.com/guttertrash_net, seanborn.net, and buyerbewarecomics.blogspot.com. Contact us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening to Gutter Trash. We'll see you next time.